Exclusive Channel 20 footage from December 6, 2016 from the Jimmy Sturr live taping for RFD TV press conference. Scene speaking, Mayor of Middletown Joseph M. DeStefano, New York Assemblyman Carl A. Brabenak, 18-time Grammy winner Jimmy Sturr, and UPA Productions Vice President Gus Kozer.
We have exciting news again today for the city of Middletown, and we've had one of our longtime friends in the city, Jimmy Sturr, and his orchestra, who perform here at the theater for many, many years. We have a major announcement how it impacts both the theater and the city of Middletown community, and I guess all of New York State, because I know it's a big part of I Love New York and bringing production back into New York State. And we're here today to announce that the TV taping and the weekly RFD TV show, the Jimmy Sturr show, with Nielsen rated at 1.5 million viewers nationwide, and can be seen on DirecTV, channel 345, Dish Network, channel 231, and AT&T channel 568. Jimmy Sturr and his orchestra will be filming the 13-week series at the historic Paramount Theater here in the city of Middletown, March 31st, April 1st, and April 2nd of 2017. And Jimmy was here, we look at everything as the economic impact on the community and on the city directly. And Jimmy had a show here Saturday night, his annual Christmas show, and the city was buzzing. It was, you couldn't get a table at a restaurant. Parking was at a premium, and all the good things that come out of having activity here at the Paramount Theater were on display Saturday night. So we're happy to partner in a small way, but we're also very proud that Jimmy has chosen Middletown to do this, and we're in a position with the theater. I don't know how the governor's tax credit impacts this, but we have Assemblyman Brabenak here, who I know has been instrumental in working with Jimmy and having this end up here in the city of Middletown. We had a lot of assistance through Assemblywoman Gunther and Senator Bonasek, and of course the governors and the legislators. 40% tax credit, film tax credit. Not sure if it applies here, but I hope it does for your sake. So there are a lot of good things happening in New York State, a lot of good things happening in the Hudson Valley, especially as it relates to film production, movie production, and our whole plan for downtown has been a continuation of arts, entertainment, and education. So what I'd like to do at this point is have Jimmy come up, or maybe Carl first, and say a few words, and then maybe then you can introduce Jimmy. Carl Brabenak, our Assemblyman. Or, not ours. we use them once in a while.
Thank you, Mayor. We are extremely, extremely proud and happy to have Jimmy Sturr come home here to Orange County to film his television show here for the next 13 weeks. Really honored by it because Jimmy was born and bred here in Orange County. He's a constituent of mine. He lives in Florida, New York, which is just down the road over here. Avid supporter of Orange County, of our community, and for him to come back here is just an extreme honor. And we know when you take a look around the nation, I've traveled with Jimmy Sturr. We went down to Wurstfest in Texas. And you should see what kind of rock star he is down there. I mean, he's like Mick Jagger. Everybody flocks to him, and very, very popular. He brings tens of thousands of people to see his show wherever he goes. So this is definitely going to be a benefit for the city of Middletown, for Orange County, and for New York State. So we are looking forward to welcoming him, and I'm proud to introduce my good friend, 18 Grammy Award winner, Jimmy Sturr.
Thank you so much, Mayor. Thank you. And you said we're waiting for Cuomo?
He's coming also.
Governor?
Yeah. The governor's flying with Newhouse.
Oh, yeah. Hey, thanks so much for coming. I really appreciate it. You know, our television show, we're so thrilled. And we usually do the tapings in either Branson, Missouri, which I'm sure many of you have heard of, or in Nashville. And I came up with the idea and thought, man, wouldn't it be great to do it right here at the Paramount Theater? And our producer, by the way, is here too. Gussie Cusher's over there. He one of the producers of the show. And we thought about it. We came here and looked it over. He said, man, you know, it would work. So all the, actually everybody, the production company and everything is coming all the way from Branson, Missouri. And they bring all the cameras and just everything. And it's going to be right here at the Paramount. And as Mayor said, it'll be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, March 31st, April 1st, and 2nd. And we'll do 4 shows a day, which is quite a lot, but we'll do the 4 shows, and it'll be 12 shows in total. And we have special guests almost on every show. We'll have you know, people like the 4 Aces will be here, the Duprees, and just a whole bunch of others. And one that we had as our guest, and I might add, he's just excellent. And that was Jermaine Paul. We had him as our guest this past Saturday. And if you've never seen him, I mean, he's not only a great guy off stage, but he's just wonderful on stage. And he agreed he'll do one of the shows also. So we'll have a lot of fun. And if you can get the opportunity to come here either one of those days, I think you'll enjoy it. In fact, people will come from all over the country. Now, the show is, Mayor said, is about 1.5 million people watch us every week. It's not that big here in the Middletown area because you have to have either DirecTV, satellite dish, AT&T, and it's on a lot of others like MediaCom, which headquarters are right here in Monroe. But most of all of their stations are out in the Midwest, where it's, in that area is so big. And when you get out in the Midwest, those polkas and, you know, just that kind of music is so big, it's just incredible. So we're really, really looking forward to coming here and hope that, you know, all the media can join us at least one day. And I think you really find it as a lot of fun. And the show is, I guess it would be like an updated Lawrence Welk show. You know, we feature the guys in the orchestra. We have our guest stars, dancers that dance on the show itself. You know, so it's quite a show to see, and especially to be here and watch how it's all put together. So I hope you guys can make it, and we thank you so much for coming out today. And we'll see everybody Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And by the way, anybody that's here, Joe said that he'll give you free dinner and breakfast Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
They all know Joe, and they know that's not true.
And if you stay over Sunday night, you can have breakfast Monday morning. But thank you so much. You know what? I'll introduce Gussie Cusher. He's one of the producers of the show. Gus, put your hand up there, boy. There you are. And one thing that, just before Gussie, one thing that we're thrilled is the last year, or a little over a year, New York State has been one of our sponsors. So that's why we wanted to come back to New York State to film the show. Gussie?
Yeah, I think it's important to mention RFD TV. They started about 12 years ago. And as of today, they're available in 55 million homes nationwide, which is a tremendous number of subscribers. It's 55 million, RFD TV is available in 55 million homes. And they just signed with Spectrum, which bought Time Warner, and a lot of the Spectrum cable networks are carrying the show as well. So it is spreading, it's very big, and it's gotten a lot more exposure in the Northeast with Spectrum. New York, Buffalo, Rochester, a lot of the areas in New York. That's why it's so important. Jimmy made the decision to come back here to film in New York State.
Right. So, anybody got any questions?
Well, I think one important point, though, is also it's going to be a live audience, and tickets are going to be available for sale for the filmings, right?
Sure,
Yes.
sure. And like a come and go thing, they can stay, they can, you know, go out, they can do anything, come back if they want to. But it's enjoyable. If nobody's ever seen the way a television show is put together, it's pretty cool.
What part of the country is the most popular for your?
Well, right now, there's no doubt about it, the Midwest, because most of the people, that's where they have DirecTV and satellite dish. In the South, it's very, believe it or not, one of our biggest states is like Mississippi and Alabama. You wouldn't think that, but it is. You know, a lot of people watch the show from there, and also in the Carolinas, a lot of people there, Kentucky, but it's coming into the Northeast, you know, New York, New Jersey, and which is pretty cool.
But aside from your show, your longevity, where has your base been? I mean, I know you're local here, but...
You won't believe this.
Pardon me?
You won't believe this. My base, I've lived in the same house all my life. Not all my life, but so far, all my life. I live in a little village of Florida, New York, grew up with my parents, and I still live in that same home. And my father was actually born across the street from where we live, and my grandmother lived there, and she passed away. She was 105. And my mother and father, my mother passed away 3 years ago, and my father 4 years ago. Both of them were in their 90s. So you guys are gonna have to put up with me for quite a while. Anybody else got any questions?
We're hoping that he learns the tarantelle for Middletown now, so then the tarantelle, the little Italian dance there. Right? Now they're coming into Middletown.
Is that the one that goes down, but I know it. Okay.
So, why is the Paramount a place for you to?
Well, I mean, that's easy. I mean, you just look around at the place. I mean, that answers its own question. It's such a beautiful venue. I mean, how can you beat it? We played here Saturday night, and all the guys in the band, and a lot of people don't know, you know, the band. You might know the name, but never heard the band in person. I mean, we tour, when I tell you, all over the world. And Carl went with us to Texas, and Texas, we'll get like, on a Saturday night, Carl's 20,000 people. On a Thursday night, we'll draw 10,000 down there with no trouble. And it's like that throughout all the country except here in Middletown, New York. Yeah. But, you know, you just look at in the sound, and it's just a beautiful place here, and, you know, you can't go wrong.
How many pieces is your band?
12. Uh-huh. You want to write these down? 3 trumpets, 4 saxes, a fiddle, accordion, and rhythm. And the reason I'm in the band, and the only reason, is because I own the bus. No, I'm lucky I have great musicians. And, you know, we do take a beating, you know, with the word polka. You know, because mainly people say, oh, Jimmy Sturr got a great band, but all he does is play polka. But we play everything. We're on the road 10 months out of the year with a guitar player, and that guitar player happens to be the lead guitar player with the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. His name is Chris Caffery. He tours with us 10 months out of the year. He's like right now, he's out with Trans-Siberian for November and December, but he'll come back out with us January through the end of October.
He's from Goshen.
And he's from Goshen, yeah.
I think it's important to mention that if people are interested in tickets, they can go to middletownparamount.com for tickets, or hotel information, because we have a couple deals with some local hotels. They can contact us at 1-800-724-0727. I'd like to also mention a couple of the artists that are going to be guests on Jimmy's show. Andy Cooney, who is an Irish tenor, very popular in the Irish market. Larry Chance and the Earls as well. Chris Caffery, like he said, Jermaine Paul, and we are negotiating with some other people.
We got Joe covered with a guy named Doug Ferroni.
Got him. And in every show, there'll be a guest star in every show that we do. We'll be doing 12 regular weekly shows, and we'll be doing a Christmas show as well.
You know, Larry Chance and the Earls. Larry Chance is a Middletown boy.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And how much will the tickets be to come to the?
I'm sorry?
How much will the tickets be to come to the show?
$17 a day, $40 for a 3-day pass. And they're available at?
MiddletownParamount.com. And the hotel reservations, they're calling us direct at 1-800-724-0727.
So, thank you. So you'll be filming for 3 days here at the Paramount, and what this is for a show that takes up several weeks, you said?
I'm sorry?
You said this is a weekly show, and how much of the show is going to be here at the Paramount, or is it the
all of it? We'll tape 12 shows that'll be seen starting sometime, you know, probably, I don't know when, maybe next September. But we usually do the shows in either Branson or in Nashville.
A lot of costume changes if you do before.
You can't imagine. You can't imagine. No, it's sort of funny. I mean, you know, to see a guy, but we're going to do something a little bit different. But usually the guys all have to, after every show, they run in, change their clothes. It'll take 10, 15 minutes, do the second show, run back and forth. Yeah, you're right, it is. Yeah.
I also want to comment on, the mayor has said that we've been here so many years, and one of the reasons that we've been here is the theater itself, but secondly is the staff here at the Paramount and with the community development have been totally cooperative, great to work with. Their production staff is excellent, and that is another reason why we chose to be here at the Paramount.
Yep. Yeah. Any other questions? Anybody want to be on any of the shows?
Joe Massey.
Joe.
I dance well.
Okay.
Well, thank you everybody for coming, and I really appreciate it, and hope everybody gets the opportunity to drop in. Thanks, Joe. All right, Mayor.
Join Jimmy Sturr and his orchestra for live tapings of his nationally televised show seen weekly on RFD TV, taking place March 31st, April 1st, and April 2nd at the historic Paramount Theater. Thanks for watching Channel 20, The Vision of Middletown.